Hey, this is Jeff Wick, editor of the Fayette County Record newspaper. Hot off the presses, we've got the first copy of the Fayette County, newest edition of the Fayette County Record. Joined as always by H.H. Howes and Andy Balin. We're here at Colorado Valley Communications, the wonderful cooperative here that recently won Best of Fayette County Fastest Internet Company. And we're going to go inside, find some of the management folks, and see if we can trade a copy of this paper for a tour of their wonderful facility. Come on. Hey, there they are. Pat Ziegel and Karen Gunkel, along with Bonnie Sheilak. Hey, how are you?
I'm fine. Welcome.
Hey, thank you so much. We've got hot off the presses. Y'all are the first folks in Fayette County to get a physical copy of the new edition of the Fayette County Record.
Okay.
How about we chat a little bit about the headlines, and then y'all show us around this wonderful facility you have
Sounds
here.
great. Come back to our conference room.
Yeah, let's follow you down here. This is an amazing complex y'all have here.
Thank you.
We're at Highway 77, just south of LaGrange.
Yes.
And the beautiful Hosteen area. How big is this complex y'all have here, Pat?
Oh, Jeff.
Don't mean to put you on the spot here on live video. But.
Don't do that to me. Yes, we love our location out here. It gives us plenty of room. And we've been out here for over 20 years.
Wow.
Yes. Actually, this is not our first location, of course. And so our first location was located downtown. I'm sure you remember.
Right, where the LaGrange Police Department is now, right? Yeah. I recall as a young child sitting in the back of the family station wagon as the folks would drive through and pay their bill all the time there.
Let me scoot a chair around if you want to have a seat here.
Sure.
And Becky, if you want to go back in that direction back there.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, yeah, Andy and Pancho, y'all want to let these ladies know some of the things that they and everybody in Fayette County can find in the newest edition of the record?
Sure thing. Well, at the top of the front page, you have a story about the big fundraiser that was held at the KC Hall back in November. They counted all the money. It took them a while to count it because it was almost $100,000 that they raised for Deputy C.J. Lehman, our sheriff's deputy that was injured back in November in that shootout. Also got an update from CJ about how he's doing. He's going to undergo surgery tomorrow in Alabama with a specialist out there who's giving him a pretty good chance of getting some sight back in that one eye that he has left. So we're all hoping and praying that it works out for him.
For sure. And the great thing about that fundraiser, as you mentioned in your story, some of that money's going to him, but also
Yes.
it's going into the fund that'll help any other injured officers, right?
That money is being donated to the Sheriff's Benevolent Society Fund, and any deputies who are injured in the line of duty will be able to use some of that money for their expenses. Also, have a couple of stories about water quality issues up on the bluff. Monument Hill the water district up there sent out notices to customers last month saying that they're in violation of over the limit of trihalomethanes. This is the same issue that the city of LaGrange has been dealing with for the past 3 years. Up there on the bluff, the Monument Hill district says that they drilled a new well, and they're expecting that new well will bring those trihalomethane levels down. But the new round of testing hasn't come out yet, so in the next quarter they're thinking that they'll be back in compliance. The city of LaGrange has been they put in some aeration equipment on one of their wells in efforts to get those levels down in LaGrange.
So yeah, here in the break room at Colorado Valley, here very shortly you can feel better about drinking the water in the break room over here.
That sounds great. Thank you.
The big
damage is already done.
other big news in LaGrange is Golden Crisp fried chicken sold. Lots of folks know that it's been for sale for a couple of years. The Chernock family found a buyer out of Giddings. Mr. George Awad, his family's been in the food business for 30 years. And Phyllis Cheveria, who everybody knows over there from the window at Golden Crisp, says that she thinks place is in good hands and that they'll be continue the Chernock tradition for many, many years.
And you got a photo there of them, a ceremonial handing off of the drumstick there as the restaurant changes hands.
Let's see, Pancho, you got a story about the Fayetteville clock, the clock on the Fayetteville courthouse.
Yeah, as
That was a nice photo Jeff made not too long ago. At night. Yeah, the clock stopped working again. I don't know. The warranty's out. It's well over 100 years old. So they spent $4,400 5 years ago to get it all going. I went up there at the time. Nice man, Gene Galbraith from Lockhart. There was some talk about getting an electronic version, but they decided, the council decided they want to keep that old clock working. So they're going to have him come back and fix it. It's running, but it won't strike.
Oh, that's important.
Yeah.
Big sports weekend. LaGrange got 2 big basketball victories over Giddings, the girls and the boys. Asia Grant, a freshman playing in her first ever varsity game, leads the girls in scoring Friday night to beat the Lady Buffalo. So lots of big things ahead for her and the Lady Leps and the Leps. Also, the LaGrange boys soccer team won a tournament title over the weekend. LaGrange is quickly becoming a big-time soccer school. It's a fledgling program, just started a few years ago. A ton of other things you can find in this edition of the paper, but let's turn our attention from our version of communication, print, to Colorado Valley Communications. And congratulations on the recent award, Reader's Choice Best Internet Service in Fayette County. That's amazing.
Yes, we are very excited about that. We're very excited. We know to our community how important the internet service is, and so we take pride in making sure that we're serving our customers with the best possible internet service. We, of course, most of our plant is copper plant, but we have definitely been going more to the fiber, and we're doing fiber build out. Actually, in the next 4 years, we're trying to get more fiber out there, and I think we're spending about 25. Karen, was that what, 25 million that we're spending to expand our fiber into our co-op area as well as outside of our co-op area.
You mentioned that co-op area.
Yes.
How big of a geographical area do y'all serve?
So we serve roughly 900 square miles is our co-op area. So we've got 6 exchanges. It's the Hosting, the Plum, the Warrenton, Round Top area, and High Hill, Borden, and Moravia. And that's the rural area that we serve. We also, with the fiber, is expanding out into other outlying areas outside of our co-op area. I know we have built out into downtown LaGrange, and a lot of the local businesses in downtown have taken advantage of our fiber. And
including the Fayette County Record, and just
yes.
tremendous service that we've
Yes.
received from y'all.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yes, we've received a lot of positive feedback about our fiber. And so we're wanting to keep going with that. I know we're currently looking at trying to bring fiber as well, looking at options for Schulenburg, Weimar, Flatonia, entertaining that idea. And we do, of course, we've got downtown LaGrange, but we want to look at the local residential area of LaGrange as well.
Wow.
Yes. We do have fiber out into the Round Top, Rudisville area down, 159. And so we've got a lot of residential customers that's in our co-op area that is taking advantage of our fiber. Actually, you will see, and I think we've brought some signs. We've got a sign there, and then this is another sign that we are putting out, and we're putting them in the ditches. So as we're doing some of the build out, we're trying to put the signs out there to let our customers know, so they can call in and talk to us about it.
Yeah, and take advantage of that new high-speed internet.
Yes,
Wow.
definitely. So we're very excited about our expansion. I know we've evolved greatly from a telephone co-op, and I think when we started we were an 8-party line. I don't know if you know what a party line. You may have heard.
She's looking in your direction, Poncho. Why don't you tell us what that?
I remember.
Is that kind of like a post office box or something?
It was when the cups with the string on
you
it.
get 3 rings.
Yes, maybe a short ring, long ring, and you shared your phone line with other residents.
You can listen
into your neighbor.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you remember that?
I'm so sorry that went away.
Now it makes it a little harder for you to get your news. Definitely. but we now don't have the party line. I know you're sad about that. But you know, we started as a phone company and expanded into an internet company. We definitely know the customers are looking at their internet, and I know with Christmas just coming and going, the gadgets that people get at Christmas time, whether it's your smart TV, whether it's a Nest for your thermostat, those all take the internet. And so as a result, customers are needing more and more faster speeds, because whether it's your iPhone, your iPad, your Nest, your smart TV, if the more gadgets you have in your household, the faster the speed needs to be, because they all share that speed. Okay. And so we do get a lot of customers that get frustrated and feel like the internet is slow. We'll take a look and they may have 15 gadgets attached to that internet. That's why it's unfortunately slow.
We're really trying to work this year on educating our customers about internet and Wi-Fi and the differences, and how to make sure you have enough bandwidth for all the devices you have, and understand, you know, even some of the picture frames that with the rotating photos, they use the internet, your tablets, your phones. It's just it's a lot more sometimes than people realize, and just we're trying to work on customer education to understand how much bandwidth do you need to do all the things that you want to do.
Right.
And that's another reason why we're putting as much fiber out there as we can, is because there's no limit to the bandwidth other than just our backhaul and some things like that. But we're trying to just focus on future-proofing our network and just getting, as people need more and more speeds, getting more and more out there.
Right, yeah, it's just like you said, just such a constantly evolving industry, and it sounds like y'all are really staying ahead of things, though. Obviously, you know, the customers here in Fayette County recognize that, and that's why they voted y'all that, and you know, 25 million you mentioned, you know, in trying to stay ahead of the curve. Just amazing.
Definitely. You know, you start out, the speeds that we're trying to get customers to move towards is, we have like a 10-1 package, 25-3 package, you know, and that definitely helps with their needs and what they're using in their home. But with the fiber, I mean, it goes up to 100 by 100 speed, and you know, and you're having customers who are definitely looking in that direction, because they do recognize the need for that fast speed.
And then also kind of want to talk a little bit about, there's other technologies that we use to provide internet. I know the focus is on fiber because it can get the most bandwidth, but unfortunately it costs quite a lot.
For a mile of fiber for us to install, it cost us roughly $40,000 to $50,000 for a mile.
Yeah.
So yeah, in 2018 we put in, I think it was 40 miles of fiber. So that pretty much covers 800 to 900 customers. You know, and so like for us, actually, you know, the current customer count, we have over 5,000 customers.
Really?
Right.
So do we.
Sorry, go ahead.
So do we.
Oh, good.
No, that's true. Yeah, I mean, it's roughly the same clientele of Fayette County Record as y'all's service area.
That's true. That's true.
So then we also have DSL working on our network. Even if we can't get fiber to your home, if we can put more equipment out in the
area, the customer, we're able to beef their speed up.
Yeah, and the shorter the loops we can get.
And we're getting, it's unbelievable. The customers are asking for that faster speed more and more. I know in the month of December, we upgraded a lot of customers asking for the faster speed. And so we recognize that, as well as the customer, it's becoming more and more important. A lot of people do a lot of things from their home, work from home, and so forth, and so the need for that is extremely important to them.
For sure.
Yes.
And as video and all that becomes more and more prevalent on the internet,
Yes.
the need for higher download speeds is even greater.
Yes, it is.
We know it well from doing these videos. You know, upload speed is a big deal if you're producing video.
It is.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think that if you have a 4K TV, they recommend, I think it's 15 to 25 megabits download, and that's just for your TV streaming, not for any other device that you would have also using the internet.
Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand that, and as Karen said, that's why we're trying to do a little more education to help people understand, why do you need more speed? And so we recognize that need to put that out there on our website. So we're trying to, do more on our website to help with the education process.
And a few years back, I guess the name change occurred. It had been always Colorado Valley Telephone Cooperative. And
Right.
when did y'all change it? Now it's officially Colorado Valley Communications.
We go more with the Colorado Valley Communications because we do recognize that with the internet process, which our internet is part of communications.
So
And
much more than telephone, yeah.
Yes.
Is it still a cooperative
Yes,
though?
it is.
And
Yes,
explain
it is.
to the viewers kind of what that means, the
Now,
cooperative
as
concept.
a cooperative, we are member owned. So any customer that's in our cooperative, the rural areas I mentioned earlier, they become a member of our co-op. And we pay capital credit checks. And I know we pay out twice a year in April and December. Our customers that have our telephone service in the rural areas that I mentioned, they get a capital credit check. And so they get the patronage from what they have from their telephone, what they pay for their telephone service.
Yeah, it's an amazing,
Right.
sense of ownership in this
Right.
company that those folks
Right.
have. Right?
Yeah,
And
they
we have
also-
a meeting once
yeah.
a year for the members in May. It's the second Thursday in May. We have a membership meeting, and so they're allowed to come, and we sit down and we go over our business with them. And so it's a chance for them to meet with us.
It's always a nice little surprise when that check comes in the mail too.
Yes, it is.
Oh, hey, look.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes,
my
it
five.
is.
Cool.
And they look forward to
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
it's a nice
Yeah.
thing to have that check come back to you. And that's what we try to explain to them. I know in today's world you see a lot of the people, I don't want my phone service, I don't want my phone service. We try to remind them, number one, 911, when you need to call, you want to make sure you have a line that you can reach for help.
Yeah.
So we stress to them the importance of having that.
And we see that, with when the antiques markets are here and things of that nature, cell phone service sometimes is
It's not always reliable.
right. So those landlines are so necessary.
Definitely, definitely.
We still have a landline.
Do you?
Speaking of telephones, maybe y'all can answer this question. How come when you call the Flatonia, you don't dial 1, but then when you call anywhere else, you have to dial 1?
You dial 361, you don't have to dial 1.
That's what I'm saying. When every other
dial 1.
long distance call you make, you have to put a 1 in front of it.
No,
But when you call Flatonia,
Fayetteville, you don't have to do that.
okay, well that's another example. It's a quirky thing about the phone system. I've never
Well,
really
it's,
understood that.
We're trying to keep you on your toes.
yeah, unfortunately, we don't have any control over that. There's a national numbering plan administrator that kind of dictates the numbering
Right.
resources and all that. So we have to just follow their rules.
Right.
But, yeah.
But in terms of for customers beyond internet, can people get telephones? Still purchase telephones here and
Yes, we do have, up front, because a lot of people, you have choices of where you want to purchase your phone, and we do carry and stock up front phones, and they can come in and they can look at what we have to offer and purchase it from us as well. Yes.
One thing I wanted to mention too about the outages and having a landline phone, just another thing to remember with fiber service is it's not line powered, which a copper line is. So that if your power goes out and you have a fiber phone, we do provide battery backup. But in order to use that, you need a corded phone. It can't just be a cordless
Right.
phone.
I got you.
Right.
But if you do that with the battery backup, then you can still have dial tone, and we try to educate our customers on that too. But that's something we'll be pushing more, just to remind everybody it's good to have that. Just stick a little
Right.
corded phone in the closet, and then
Right,
it's there
right.
when
And
you
so
need
back
it.
up when you need it.
Do people still have rotary phones?
I don't think I know anyone who does. I do remember
Yeah.
the rotary.
I know I missed those.
yeah, when I was a kid, we had a
Actually,
rotary phone.
I
yeah.
saw a video, you mentioned that, and someone in our industry had sent me a YouTube video of 2 college kids trying to figure out how to use a rotary phone, and they were not getting how to make that work.
It was pretty funny.
Right,
Where's the-
right. And
But
they're
the
like,
first thing was they weren't sure they had to pick up the receiver,
receiver,
first.
yeah.
So that was a challenge.
So I got a kick out of that because
Yeah.
I'm like, I take it for granted because I grew up with the rotary phone, but in today's world, they wouldn't understand what that is.
Yeah.
So yes, definitely. Going back to the internet service, we've talked a lot about, we have the fiber and the copper lines, but we also do wireless. So in our outlying areas, whether it's Weimar, Flatonia, Schulenburg, Fayetteville, Ellinger, some of those areas, we do use wireless radios as well, radios to serve.
So it's a
internet.
fixed wireless,
Yes.
not mobile, and
Right.
yeah, the issues there is we're always trying to make sure we have enough spectrum. There's some currently limitations with the radio equipment. The speeds aren't quite as fast just yet, but we're always working.
We're always looking at ways to move in that direction. So
yeah,
just to share, so there are 3 ways that we can provide internet service.
yeah.
One of the things that we also want to talk about a little bit about is we this past year rolled out our managed Wi-Fi service to our customers, and I know I hear customers talk about my Wi-Fi and the difference between what's internet and what's Wi-Fi. And I think a lot of people out there think that Wi-Fi is my internet, and it truly isn't. Wi-Fi is, for instance, within your home, where the internet comes into your house. If you have a large home, your internet may not work at the other end of your house. And that's what this service, our managed Wi-Fi is we have access points that we can install throughout your house so we can transmit the rest of your internet service to other parts of your house. So we were real excited bringing that out. We have a lot of customers that get frustrated and say, I can't get it into my bedroom or different parts of the house. I have it upstairs and it's not working upstairs. And so this product is to help our customers with that problem. So we're real excited to have that.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, this area is just so blessed to have a company like this that, you know, what's for 66 years now.
This year will be 66.
Yes.
Wow, that
Yes.
is changing with the times and is as
Right.
progressive, you know, as y'all are. It's truly amazing.
Right.
And
And we feel very, it's very important to us that we stay on top of what's going on and trying to bring out to our customers what's the latest, greatest, and continue to work on that. I know I can let Karen go into detail. One of the other products we are launching, and we launched this last year, is our online sign up that we have. And so I'm going to let Karen kind of go into that because she's kind of been taking the lead on that project. So Karen, if you want to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so this past year we focused on doing online sign up, and so now customers can go online, put in your address, and it'll let you know what speeds are available at your house. You can increase your speed, you can sign up for service, or you can just let us know, hey, I can only get 5 meg download here, but I really need 15, and then that'll help us know where to prioritize where we're going to build out our network. It's been kind of evolving as we've slowly rolled it out and customers have been using it. We've been making some tweaks to make it a little more user friendly. We did add a video to our site to kind of help walk you through how to fill it out, but it's a tool that we are using to help us plan where to build our network.
It also gives that customer online sign up where they can fill their application online because we recognize customers like to do things online. So this process will allow them to do so as well.
Yeah, they can electronically sign it and submit their paperwork, and
That's good.
Yeah. And again, that's what customers are moving in that direction. So we want to give them that ability to do so.
but they can always call us if they want to, or come out and
And
visit us.
it is
We're
their
here.
option. We do it the old-fashioned way,
Yeah.
or if you want to use the new way of doing online, we want to give them that ability as well.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. From the old party lines to $25 million
We've-
fiber build out, it's y'all have run the spectrum of filling the needs for this community, and so we want to thank y'all for taking the time this morning to talk to us about the wonderful things y'all are doing out here, and even more so, we want to thank you for allowing us the equipment and service that we need to continue putting out the newspaper. Without y'all,
and we very much appreciate Fayette County Record and for everything that y'all do as well. Keeping the community up to date on what's going on, I think that's extremely important.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, we're all part of that
A team.
greater communication
Yes.
business in different aspects. So thank y'all so much. And Andy, you want to take us out?
Sure thing. Well, you can always find us at FayetteCountyRecord.com. We're linking to Colorado Valley's Facebook page, so click on the link on this video and you can learn more about Colorado Valley. All these videos also go to YouTube. You can also find us on Twitter, Instagram as well. So thanks so much for watching, and thanks for reading the paper.